Today we're reviewing Sniper Elite VR. As a small disclaimer, this footage will be incredibly graphic and will not be suitable for those who are visually disturbed by gore and representations of gore. Also, for people looking for a community of people to chat with about VR and find people to play with, I've linked a new Discord I've made just for that purpose below. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so if you'd remember to subscribe as well, I'd be flattered. Let's get going with today's review. Sniper Elite VR released on July 8th, 2021. Initially on PC, it launched with some fairly unfortunate bugs, with movement feeling weirdly sluggish and the player's hands visibly being inches above where their controllers were. While unfortunate, these bugs ultimately didn't affect my ability to play much and I soldiered on. Thankfully, however, before I finished this review, they released a patch which addressed the hand-tight issue and some performance bugs. The game itself delivers exactly what the title suggests it would. This is a Sniper Elite game in VR. The X-ray cam, slowing of time when holding your breath, red aim reticles, and the arcadey feel represented in Sniper Elite's flat-screen predecessors are beautifully transitioned to VR. For players seeking a VR shooter experience they're fully immersed in, the game defaults you to manually reloading in-game. This, however, among a couple other settings such as how the scope works, are able to be switched in the settings menu. I found that after a couple levels of manually reloading my guns, I was more than happy to leave the reloading to an animation and keep my focus on taking down targets. Some of the standard features of VR shooter gameplay have been greatly simplified. You don't have to worry about having to perfectly time letting go of your grenades. Simply hold it in your hand and pull the trigger, then the game will give you a clear line showing you the path of the grenade. Release the grenade to throw it. This is one of the many arcadey features that at first might seem off-putting for a more hardcore VR fan, but ultimately, in my opinion, streamline and simplify the core purpose of this game, getting some brutal and glorious kills. Each weapon has a distinct feel, with a variety of pistols, assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, and sniper rifles to unlock. Each one can be accessed through your Rebel HQ, a hub-like center with a number of challenges to accomplish all on its own. Each weapon variety has a shooting range that you can push yourself to get to a higher and higher score at. This place also allows you to customize and save your loadout you start each mission with. I think the Rebel HQ is cool, but having to sit through 2 loading screens just to put the new rifle I unlocked on my shoulder for the next mission felt a little tedious as I kept unlocking more and more capable weapons. Each weapon comes with its own set of challenges, which as you accomplish unlock greater and greater point bonuses for your kills. The high score function of each level is strongly embedded into the game, but the HUD elements denoting its presence are fleeting and not distracting from the ultimate goal of each mission. Each mission has 3 stars to acquire, as well as a number of collectibles and hidden items to find. The replayability of the game is seemingly limitless, as there are no end of challenges to accomplish inside of it. The campaign itself is fine, but eventually starts to feel a little tired. A handful of missions seem to lack any coherent narrative structure between them, randomly plopping you around Europe while your adventures are narrated by the protagonist, albeit elderly and looking back on the war. The second half dips into the treacherous territory of reusing levels you've already seen but for weakly justified story elements. Each reiteration simply changing the route you're allowed to walk and not necessarily the actual placements of enemies or hazards. I found myself near the end more frustrated with the narrative's attempts to coddle me into believing there was a reason for us to be here again aside from the developers reusing levels. It felt disingenuous and like these rehashes of levels could have been saved as extra challenge modes. The initial meandering aspects of the narrative could have been tightened up, and these second run-throughs with the different path would have felt rewarding to players who are interested in replayability, as opposed to artificially gating levels I've already played behind completing challenges on other levels. So, do I think Sniper Elite VR is worth it overall? Yes. Hell yes, in fact. I think it's honestly one of the best single-player VR shooter experiences available currently. It doesn't overcomplicate itself needlessly, gives the player high levels of control over their experience, and consistently delivers satisfying gameplay moment to moment. My only frustrations lie with the poor execution of the narrative and how it makes you feel like you have to play old levels to be able to unlock more old levels. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. 750 subscribers is an amazing number of people who want to see my content, and I'm so happy and thrilled you guys are on board for the adventure. I'm gonna upload every Monday going forward and try to add some extra videos here and there. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell, and join the Discord for like-minded VR enthusiasts. I'd be so happy if we can make a positive community of VR gamers who all share in the love of the hobby. I hope your day doesn't suck.